Now, folks, I have to tell you about Donate for Destiny. Dicey Cantina is proud to join the Donate for Destiny team supporting Child's Play charity. Child's Play provides toys and video game consoles to hospitals and domestic violence shelters in order to make a children's stay a little bit more comfortable. For every $4 you donate, we will add a light side Destiny token to our Destiny pool for our players. If you donate $10 or more, you get to decide whether the Destiny pool is all dark side or all light side. With every donation, we will read your custom message during the start of the next available recording with our crew. Want to send a message to your friend? Introduce an advertisement of your own podcast? This is your chance. Donate for Destiny is the brainchild of Mark from Coruscant Knights fame, but every good deed deserves a little friendly competition, so be sure to visit our donation page in the show notes for more details. And for this series, we have two special guest stars. Joe from the New Republic Radio and Mark from Coruscant Knights will be joining us for Capo to Capo. These guys were a blast to play with, and y'all are in for a treat. If you haven't yet, you need to check out their shows. And with all that out of the way, our story begins as always, on a planet far, far away, a long time ago.
Lo stops talking, which is a unnerving sign. He runs over to the wall, flips open the briefcase again, flicks through it, grabs a detonite charge, and starts like slapping it up against the wall. And Sindra, you're just like doing the basic math of like, no, we're all way too close. That's not a good idea. And Lo's just like, come on, here we go. And
what does Lo's conscious sound like?
Hey, Lo, don't blow up the building. It's beautiful on a transcendent level.
Oh, but tiny voice in my head, it's such a travesty. It's got all sorts of styles smashed together. I mean, the grand ballroom is classic imperial style, while the outside is Greco-Roman, and the bathrooms are some sort of odd modernist form of decor. It's disturbing.
But if you really think about it, the clashing of styles is just a modern way of looking at things.
Oh, you're right.
It's all about history.
And perspective. And if I blow
it up...
Think
of the architect.
Oh, if I blow it up too, the bones won't be there anymore. And it does have a good frame.
Lo, are you paying attention?
Sorry, what? What now?
He stands up, he has like his finger on the side of his glasses because that's where his comp link is. He's like, Veer, if I were you, I would dive at a 97-degree angle directly to your back and right in 3, 2, 1.
Cuts outside. Brac is just a few steps away from the boathouse. Behind him, over his left shoulder, the entire northeast wing of the mansion explodes out. And he kind of stops. And he turns and he sees that the northeast corner of the second floor has just been completely blown out. There's a few flames here and there, and he immediately gets on the comm. Veer, Lo, Sindra, come in. Are you guys okay? What's going on?
I think the comms crackle and we say, yeah, we made it. There's a big fire now. It's all fine here. How are you?
I'm coming to help. And so he turns and he starts heading back towards you guys.
No, get the boat started.
No, he's coming towards you. He's like, no, I'm gonna help. We'll get to the boat later. And so the camera kind of flies from, the aerial shot kind of comes from Brac outside over the boathouse and kind of comes over to the rubble of the bedroom and comes and flies over this foam, roughly human-shaped figure, and then kind of pans up and you see Lo and Sindra kind of hunched down behind two cutouts in the wall that remained for the areas that Lo had protected, but the rest of the wall is gone. So there's just these silhouettes of their bodies. There's a bit of smoke and ash and all of that, but the safe is laying there between them, opened. And so inside you guys can see another version of the ledger and a few other kind of assorted valuables inside this relatively small bread box size safe. There's a flimsy picture in there, a couple of Imperial credits, medallion or two.
How covered is Veer?
Yeah, I remember last time you were saying something about I may or may not be suffocating.
Oh yeah.
Just to clarify.
So do we just hear? Mm, mm.
So Veer, you can talk on comms. Actually, you are fully encased in foam. Essentially, the expanding nature of the foam kind of created a cavity around you, so you have very limited mobility, and you have about a minute's worth of air in there. So yeah, you may have to figure out a way out.
I'm gonna start by saying mop. I
got that reference.
Thank you. All right. And then I guess I'll just start screaming for help. I'm, just it's dark. I don't know where I am. I can't move. I need some help. I think I'm encased in something or trapped under some rubble.
Yeah, so you guys hear kind of a muffled, like really low, quiet,
I think we also get like a squeal of feedback in our comms and our ears.
Yeah.
And we just
it's definitely peaking the mic,
right,
and all of that. But let's get a perception check for those who can see,
right.
Just to see how this room looks, to see where things are at for you guys.
All right, difficulty.
I'm sure I can. I've got weird goggle glasses.
So it's an average check. You've got 2 setback for the amount of smoke going on, a little bit of fire.
A threat.
3 failures and a threat.
Perfect. I'm also flipping a dark side token.
Oh, good.
But neither of you perceived anything, so you have no idea why.
Great.
But you have 4 light side tokens now. So what do you guys do? What's the plan?
Lo, did you have to blow it up so big?
What do you mean big?
That was a huge explosion.
I split the detonite charge in half, to be fair. It would have been much larger if I'd had my way, but you and Veer and the conscience voice in my head told me to not blow up the entire building.
Sindra has taken her jacket off and is waving it to try and clear the smoke. Is Veer covered in foam?
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course. I threw the foam canister in there.
How much air do you think he has in there?
Ooh.
Do you have some sort of solvent?
Ooh.
Or perhaps maybe we should just drop him out this gaping hole and hope it cracks on the lawn.
Ooh. No, not on that last one's a terrible idea. It's how much air? So in order, how much air does he have? Not much. Did I bring a solvent? No. Do I have more detonite charges? Yes.
This is all coming through the comms, by the way. Veer hears everything.
Being thrown out of the building is sounding better and better.
Well, no, I don't have any sort of solvent on me, but I would like to flip this light side point to say that if we grab a glass of water, it is water soluble.
The spaceship repair foam is water soluble.
Yeah.
Within the first 24 hours.
You may flip a light side token to have a solution.
Okay.
I think maybe Lo does believe that it's water soluble. Veer might be able to just flip on his vibro sword, though.
Okay.
Can he unsheath his vibro sword, though?
Can I reach my vibro sword?
Welcome to the athletics check that I had planned for today.
This is going to be cunning, right? Because of my agonizing wound.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that you are critically injured.
I am critically injured.
No, okay. So the token is essentially you can access the you're able to cut yourself out. Is
Okay,
what we're actually at.
All right.
If you flipped a token for it.
Lo is explaining this to Sindra. Lo has his back to this foam cocoon, and while he's explaining it, we just see like a sword punch straight through it.
Yeah. There's that buzz, the vibro sword powers up and then just kind of cuts its way out.
Oh, you don't even need a roll for it? Sweet.
Now, yeah, the light side token is.
Oh, perfect.
I feel this should be pretty powerful, so that gave you the opportunity to cut yourself out.
Perfect.
Otherwise, we might be in there all night. So, what's it look like as Veer emerges from the cocoon? Where's he at? What's he say?
So he starts cutting himself out. He stands up, but his head is still encased, and so he's spinning around. Takes him a second to kind of realize it and take it off and look around, brush himself off, put the sword back, and we ready to go?
So you can take a look around. Let's roll that perception check.
All right.
You just want more threats.
I've spent the threats. You just don't know about it yet.
What's the difficulty or just average?
Average, but you got 2 setbacks for smoke. I mean, a hefty part of this room is in rubble and burning. So
wow, that's 2 failure and 2 threat.
Excellent.
I'm actually pretty good at perception too. That's
Yeah, so was I.
So let's have everybody roll initiative.
Cool.
outstanding.
So vigilance, huh?
Yes, vigilance for it. It was unjustified for you to attack me in my sleep. Just what do you think you're doing? And you hear this voice say this from the study from behind you guys, and turning to look, you can see this man with his wide-brimmed hat, Curtis Scarew, has woken up. The explosion has unconscioused him. What is that?
Reconstituted him.
Reconstituted. Curtis there. And so he's going to take a shot. I think he's shooting at Lo.
I was just gonna say, by the way, yeah, Lo does not turn around as he makes his. What are you doing? He's like, I don't. That accent does not sound civilized enough for me to even pay attention to it.
All right. So he rolled 3 successes and a triumph.
Holy biscuits! He can't do that.
He did roll 2 threats. You guys can spend if you want. But Lo, looks like you're taking 10 and a crit. Tell me what that is.
It's a 22.
22.
Yep. Which isn't as high as it could be, thank goodness.
Yeah, that's an easy critical. That's an off balance. You just add a setback on your next skill check.
Okay. It's not the worst.
He has 2 threats. Do you guys want to spend those, or do you want me to spend them?
Can I take them as boosts and do an improved inspiring rhetoric to give everyone else boosts?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, it makes sense that Cinder's voice sounds a lot better than Scarew's voice.
Oh, you shot me. You uncouth.
Sindra quickly ducks for cover in all this smoke and says, Veer, why didn't you kill this man when you had the chance? Well, you have the chance now. And you both recover 1 strain, and one of you gets to have 1 extra strain, and then everybody gets boost dice on the next 2 rounds.
I'm going to claim that extra strain just in case
You're kind of encased in foam, and Lo kind of owes it to you.
So Sindra has dived behind what remains of one of the walls.
One of those silhouettes?
Yeah, she's right behind one of the silhouettes. It's the perfect... Actually, she gets behind Lo's silhouette because it's larger.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you're busy.
See,
you're busy right now.
He's kind of ducked down behind it. The hands are kind of on the wall, like peeking over, while giving this inspiring speech.
Yep.
And Lo is just standing in front of her. Awesome. So it's all PCs all the way because this is your only villain.
Veer turns, growling. Just I thought this was taken care of already. He's still holding that like foam head in his hands. And so he flings it at Curtis as he runs up to him to hopefully try to distract him. And then I'm going to take a swing at him with my brass knuckles. So I don't know if you want to do the head mechanic. If I can try to get some advantage out of the head mechanically. If not, no big deal.
I think that's just a great narrative piece.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
To explain why you get that boost dice from Sindra there.
One advantage.
All of that, and we get one advantage.
Yeah.
All right. What's your advantage?
Can I give him a setback on his next check?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Play it fast and loose. I think that's normally supposed to be 2 advantages, but yeah. I mean, you choked him out earlier, so yeah, he'll have an extra setback. What's Lo up to?
That's a great question. Lo, I think is Veer. You're in engaged range now.
Yes.
How many more foam grenades do you have left?
I have 2 left.
I mean, not that that's your plan to encase Veer in more foam, but
It wasn't that. It wasn't that. It was, frag grenades. I also have those. But that would be horrible to throw while Veer is there. Foam canister I can justify.
I mean, it might not be horrible.
Actually, you know what? I am going to throw a frag grenade because, so Lo is making a big scene about getting shot and then realizes that both Sindra and Veer are actually like leaping into action and aren't paying attention to him. He's like, fine, I'll deal with this as well. He adjusts his glasses, bends back down to his briefcase and like pulls a frag grenade out like an apple and just like sort of tosses it in his hand a little bit, rips the pin out and throws it in and just shouts, "Incoming!"
While that's being rolled, Paul, how does Veer react to incoming?
That's a great question. I think at this point, Veer's hurt. He's been blown up already. He's angry. It's Skaroo. I don't think he really notices. I think I'm just gonna see what happens.
So, it is a success and a threat.
So Lo rears back and he says incoming and he throws this grenade with the pin out. It throw it kind of like a baseball.
Yep.
And basically while Veer and Skaroo are kind of tussling, this grenade hits Curtis right in the chest, and both, in comical fashion, as it falls to their feet, Veer and Skaroo both see the grenade and leap away from it as it detonates. The primary amount of the blast, hits Skaroo, but half the blast damage hits Veer. So you take 3, and you probably have enough soak that it doesn't matter. But
Yeah, I was able to soak that.
That's how I wanted to spin the threat. As you guys, so it also separated you guys as well. So you're back at short range.
Okay,
Sweet.
So.
Oh, crud! I should have aimed, shouldn't I have? Oh, that would have been so much better if I'd done that. Sorry, Veer. I'll work on it for the next one. He's already got his second grenade out and is like lining up the next throw.
So Skaroo hits the deck. He absorbs this blast. He's pretty hurt, but as he's kind of laying there on the ground, he takes aim at the grenade wielding Slender Man and takes another shot. All right, so he fails with a threat and a triumph. So the blast goes wild, and Skaroo pulls up his comm. Where are you guys? Get in here. And so he's called for backup that'll arrive in the next round.
Can I say that the threat is sort of that the blast and then him having to sort of open himself up for that shot, like to sort of get himself in place, gives Veer a blue die on his next attack? Yeah,
essentially he didn't get back up. It's kind of that threat to it, right? And melee attacks, if Veer goes over there, would have a boost dice to it. So yeah, he basically stayed prone. He's not moving for a round.
I guess Lo is in position, so Lo is going to aim this time. He spent his whole last moment lining up his shot, just squinting really hard.
Yeah, you can hear those mechanical glasses, like zooming in and out.
Bummer. Only another success and a threat. So it's just another, like, this time instead of like a baseball pitcher, it's he's lobbing it like a quarterback. He's just looking to just straight up and down. Just right at he's like trying to get it right into the basket there.
Yeah, and so since Skaroo's kind of on the ground, the grenade flies from your hand and like skips off the ground in front of him instead of hitting him and kind of bounces over him. But he still takes a good brunt of that, the concussive force from the grenade. And you see that he passes out from that.
Wonderful. I love a day where I get to use a variety of explosives. What a fun adventure this has been.
What else do you have in that briefcase of yours?
Don't worry about it. We'll get to it if we get to it. As far as I can tell, we've done enough damage here.
Brac comes flying in from the door, like Kramer style.
Even better, he swings the door open, and it hits Skaroo.
So he flings it open, the door hits Skaroo, and he can't come all the way in then. So he kind of like peeks around, and then he looks and sees you guys. I see you guys have things handled.
Yeah, of course.
Explosions tend to go not unnoticed on Druckenwell. It may be time to leave. Do you guys have the ledger?
Skaroo just called for backup. We need to get out of here now. Yeah, Sindra's kneeled. She's kneeling to go through all the stuff. And, I mean, it's all valuable, so she grabs it all.
Yeah. So so Sindra has an armful of stuff.
And she has pockets full of stuff, too, because she grabbed stuff from the other room.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
She is weighed down by art and artifacts right now.
You know I have a briefcase, Sindra. I can throw some of it in there if you'd like.
Apparently it's full of bombs.
Well, of course it is. You expect me to show up to a mission without my material?
Perhaps we could discuss this on the boat. The fire in the ballroom's getting a little out of hand, too, so we might need to go out that new door you made there. So Brac holsters his blaster, and he kind of leaps out and rolls in the grass there, and he's kind of motioning you guys to follow. Like, let's go.
Follows pretty quickly.
Sindra leaps out, her jacket billowing behind her.
That's all for this week, and I want to say a special thank you to Mark and Joe for joining us. Be sure and check out their shows for more lovable antics. I know I will. If you're enjoying the show and want to help us grow, tell us about it on Twitter at Dicey Cantina, or drop us a line at diceycantina@gmail.com, or send us a voice message over at anchor.fm/dicey-cantina. We may even play those on air. Of course, subscribe and rate us on your favorite podcatcher and YouTube. And don't forget about Donate for Destiny. Muck about with our Destiny pool and help children in difficult medical and familial situations have a little bit easier time through Child's Play. The Donate for Destiny team can't reach our $500 goal without your help, so please give if you can. Links all are in the show notes, and we'll see you next week in the Dicey Cantina.
One of them starts walking up to you and grabs the jacket that you're still wearing by the collar.
I really wish you hadn't done that.
Why?
Grab my repulsor fist and smack him right in the face.
Hello there, and welcome to Coruscant Nights. Coruscant Nights is an actual play RPG podcast set during the Clone Wars era of the Star Wars universe. On Coruscant Nights, our goal is to bring as many different voices to the table as we can.
You sure got Val Yindo's family there, don't you?
We do.
Sure got Val Yindo over a barrel. Look, fellas, I don't know if you forgot your prescription lenses, but clearly there's been some kind of mistake. I mean, there's not much family resemblance here.
Mando, man. Underline, exclamation point. Yeah, he's the one, he's real shiny. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, you did get it, right?
Of course I got Mando, man.
Do a deception check.